today we are going to do a Skynyrd style harmonized lick. What the heck, we did an Allman Brothers Harmonized lick a while back, so why not do Skynyrd? You can download the tab from the link in the description below. Probably going to make your life a lot easier, or a little bit easier anyway. It's a pretty simple lick over an A blues. And let me do that first. So the chords are essentially, again, A blues, but we're just going to do 4 bars of A. 2D, 2A, 2E, 2A, and it repeats. And that's all it is, okay? So that's all we're playing. And so we're going to have a lick that we play over the A. We're going to have one that we play over the D. We're going to have one that we play over the E. They're all going to look the same. And we'll do that for one guitar first, and then I'll show you the lick for the other guitar, which is the harmonized one. Okay, so let's go over guitar 1 first. Here's the A lick. Let me demo it first slowly, and then we'll go through it note for note with a couple of tips. Okay, so here we go. One more time. Alright, now it's just a little bit bluesy, and that's because it's using what we would call the Mixolydian, the A Mixolydian scale, or the Mixolydian mode over that, okay? And that just means we're using the A major scale with a flatted 7th. That's really what it is. So it gets that flatted 7th, which happens to be a G if you're playing over A, right? It's that note right there. Okay, so we're going to start with a pedal note, which is the open A string, and then we're going to descend on the 5th, and then we're going to have a descending pattern on the 4th string, where we're going first from the 7th, then we're going to the 5th, then we're going to the 4th, then we're going to the 2nd, and then we're going to the open, and then finally we're pedaling on this one. On the 5th string, we're going 3, 4, and then skip a string. On the 3rd string, we're going to the 2. And give that last note a nice thwack so you can give some vibrato to it. Okay, so here's the lick again. Now, you'll notice I'm doing a little bit of palm muting. Okay, you can do a lot of it or a little bit of it. I think a little bit is good, because this, you don't want a super heavy overdriven sound. You don't want to sound like you're playing metal here. Okay, so that's it. And if you want to, you can also do pick and fingers. Like, for example, I can pick on the 5th string and pull up on the 4th string with my middle finger or something. Gives a nice effect. Anyway, however you want to do that. The lick on the, so let's go over to the, so that works over every A chord. That's what you're going to play, first guitar. The second one, over the D chord, looks almost exactly the same. Okay? We're going to do this. Now, it actually is exactly the same, except we're moving it down. Instead of on the 5th and the 4th strings, we're playing the 4th open, the open D string, which is the 4th string, as the pedal note, and then we're descending on the 3rd string. Now there's one exception to this, so we start out with the open D and then the 7th, then the 5th, then the 4th, then the 2nd, then the open. That's all the same. And then we play this hammer on 3rd, 4th, skip a string, and this time we come up to the 3rd fret, which happens to be a D, right? The 3rd fret on the 2nd string. So here it is slowly. Again, give it nice vibrato. So you do that over the D chord, goes back to the A, you do another A, then it comes to the E, and the E sounds like this. One more time slowly. Notice a pattern there? It's exactly the same on the descending, except now we're using the 6th and the 5th strings. The 6th is the open pedal, and the 5th string is descending from the 7th, 5th, 4th, 2nd, open. And then we play this hammer on from 3rd to the 4th, just like we always do. And this time we come up to the E on the 4th string, which is the 2nd fret. All right, and then we are back to the A. Okay, let me demo the whole thing slowly. Here we go. Okay, now let's go to the second part. Now the second part is a harmonized line, and unlike the Allman Brothers harmony where it came from below that we did last time, this one's going to come from above. So we're going to play the same sort of lick. So over the A chord, we're going to play the same descending lick, but instead of descending from the 7th, we're going to descend from the 11th. Okay? So our lick over the A is going to be as follows. One more time slowly. Okay, so what are we doing there? We're starting on, we have an A pedal just like we did before, 5th string pedal, that's the A note. We're muting on the with our right hand. And we're starting out on a 4th string at the 11th fret. So we go 11th, then to 9th, then to 7th, then to 5th, I'm sorry, and then to 4th. And now here's our hammer on. Instead of going down to the string on the 5th, we're going to stay on the 4th, playing open, hammer on to the 2nd, and then play on the 2nd string. Again, we skip a string, and we hammer on to the 2nd on the 4th and the 2nd on the 2nd string. Now that gives a really neat effect of a whole A chord because you're playing this note right here, which is in the A chord, the A triad there. I think that's the 5th. You're playing this, which is the 3rd. And the other guitar is playing this. So here are all the notes that are being played. So all those notes are being played, has a really nice harmonic effect. All right, here it is one more time. So we're going 11th, 9th, 7, 5, 4, and then open. That's hammer from the open 4th string to the 2nd fret, and then 2nd string, 2nd fret. All right. The D lick is again very similar on that second guitar. It starts out with the but again it's on the 4th and 3rd strings instead of the 5th and 4th, right? So we're going to go open and open D, and then 11. 9, 7, 5, 4, and then open to 2nd. Skip a string and play on the 1st, the 2nd fret. Here it is again. All right, then we're going to go to the 6th string over that E, and you guessed it, we're going to play the same pattern that we did before. The only slight difference is on the hammer-on at the end, and you'll get it, I think. Okay, really quickly. So we're going to go open E, which is the 6th string, right? And we're going to pedal, or we're going to descend on the 5th string, so like so. Okay, so that is 11, 9, 7, 5, 4, just like we had before, and then open to the 2nd on the 5th string. And then we're going to play on the 1st fret, which is part of an E chord, on the 3rd string. All right, let me demo to show you how that's going to sound when we put it all together. Okay, folks, well, there you have it. Really cool harmonized line, and you can see it's really simple. It's basically using the same lick, but moving it up just a bit and using that same pedal. Works great, sounds great. All right, hope you enjoyed this one. We will see you on down the road.